Hello, everyone. So my name is Simon, and I will be the co-host today. I'm part of the privacy team, together with David. So together with some top VCs, product founders, and KOLs, such as OKX Ventures, K300, Off-Chain Labs, and Inception, we will today be exploring the potential of AI and deepening track development in this bull market cycle, and try to identify some excellent opportunities hidden within the mainstream narratives. So first of all, I think that we can start with some roundtable introductions of all the guests we have brought here. I don't know who wants to go first, but in my little list, I have OKX Ventures in the top with Will. Why don't you go first, Will?
Sure. Thank you, Simon. This is William, GM and GN everyone. This is William from OKX Ventures. Happy to be here together tonight. I'm in Asia time, so happy to be here tonight. We're here today to talking about AI and proof of human and crypto stuff. So excited to be here. That's all.
Thank you, Will. What's your background? Do you have like some short
Wow.
elevator pitch? What you're doing and working with?
Yeah, I've been in crypto for 7 years, so pretty crypto background, I think. Well, actually, I majored in law in my university.
Oh, really? Yeah. Interesting background. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining. And then we can do K300.
Hi. Hi guys, my name is Sun Ho. I'm the managing partner of K300 Ventures. So our Ventures is based in Vietnam, and our USP is that we work with all of the KOLs in Vietnam as well as other KOLs in C, so we can have the project that is in our portfolio to do the GTM strategy in C market. Yeah, that's from my side.
Nice. Thank you. Great to have you here. And then Off-Chain Labs, Rena.
Yeah, hey guys, really excited to be here. So my name is Rena and I work on partnerships at Off-Chain Labs. So for those not familiar, Off-Chain Labs built a suite of Ethereum scaling solutions, including Arbitrum One, Arbitrum Nova, and Arbitrum Orbit. And today we are core contributors to the Arbitrum Foundation.
Great. Perfect. Thank you for that. And then you said Inception haven't arrived yet, David? Has he requested yet?
Probably Michael is not ready yet, but we can wait a few minutes. And yeah, probably I can start from my side. And My name is David. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Privacy. And my personal background was more AI related, and I joined in crypto space in 2020. Yeah, the whole journey is basically involved into the infrastructure of the blockchain side and the combination of AI and crypto. Thank you so much.
Perfect. So Dave and I have prepared a set of questions that we would like to discuss with all of our guests today. So to begin with, I'm talking to all our guests right now. So just speak up if you feel that you want to bring something to the topic. So first of all, what is your perspective on the future trend of AI or machine learning integrating to Web3 and crypto? As a senior investment institution, which areas of new solutions are you more expectant of? So Rena has unmuted. Let's go with her.
Yeah, I can go first. We're not an investment institution, but Off-Chain Labs and Arbitrum obviously does touch AI projects. And from my personal perspective, I think high-level trend is we'll see AI being integrated into more decision-making process of users and also protocol-level infrastructure and computation. So, for example, in Deepin, AI is being used to prevent centralization of sources of compute. Where we're seeing a lot more of use of FHE and like privacy and AI inference projects. I think on the other side, crypto can also be used as like kind of the middle layer for AI to incentivize proper action. So things like RLFH. So I guess like in general, just a lot of really smart people building novel products that is integrated with crypto, and I hope we're going to see more market adoption.
Great, thank you. So,
Well,
William,
yeah,
why don't you speak up?
yeah. Actually, crypto and AI has always been our investment focus for almost a year, but we didn't invest a lot in this field because everything is so early. But we do believe that AI will be the next big trend. And we've been a lot of research on AI tech and chatting with AI experts regularly, like bi-weekly and monthly. And we've been paying a lot of attention to the development of a crypto AI field and coming out and all this coming out new AI projects. And as an investment institution, we OKX Ventures would be particularly interested in startups or projects working on AI infra at this stage, because we think only when the infrastructure is built ready will more dApp projects appear, and the possibility of mass adoption, AI as mass adoption, will be available. For example, compute network or decentralized compute network, providing stable and continuous computing capability as basic AI infra, and then data layer for AI training, solving the problems of data sourcing, authentication, accuracy, and usability for AI works, like training and everything. And actually, this is where I believe privacy and FHE solution will have a big role in this area. And then the last comes the AI dApps or applications, like AI solutions for on-chain security, trading or fraud detection, trading strategies, and ownership of private models and data on-chain, everything like that. Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. So what about K300 Ventures?
Wait a second, Simon.
uh,
I think Michael is
Yep.
coming in just now,
Ooh,
and yeah,
nice.
let's probably welcome Simon here and let him to introduce him before K300
Yes,
starts. Yeah.
of course. Michael, why don't you unmute yourself and tell us a little about yourself, who you are, your background, and what you're working on currently?
Yeah, hi. Thanks for privacy and everyone's here. Sorry for late coming to this AMA. I'm Michael. I'm the investment lead of Inception Capital. I'm majorly covering APEC deals for Inception Capital. So not too much words about my fund, but me personally covering a lot AI portfolio, decentralized AI portfolios in last year. So in our portfolio, we invest in Flock, my show, which are pretty trendy right now. We also invest in some decentralized computing portfolios, including XBits, Hyperbolic. We also did some data layer, like the William mentioned. We kind of invest in Sahara. Also, so we also have some exposures in AI chains right now, like have Oracle, this kind of portfolios. So we are pretty keen into this space, and we definitely think crypto plus AI crypto can use to stimulate the open source models using crypto ways. So that's what we are pretty focusing on. Thanks for the inviting. Yeah.
Thank you, Will, for joining and your thorough response. So if we go back to Sonnet K300, what's your take
Yes,
on the question?
from my point of view, I would take a product approach instead of a technical approach. So in my point of view, I think there are four major type of project about AI. The first one should be something that don't really have any AI implementation, but it's about AI. For example, you can see that a marketplace for AI models. so they don't really have AI integrated in the product. The second one is the product that integrates AI in the infrastructure or the product. The third one is the AI products for businesses, and the last one is the AI products for retailers and mass audience. I see that we're currently building well in the first three categories. However, we haven't seen many products that has AI products for retailers. I think the biggest strength of AI compared to other narratives, such as DeFi, reward access, ecosystem like layer 1 or layer 2, is that they can enable mass adoption, just like GameFi a while ago. And so GameFi was the boom in 3 years ago. And for AI, you can see that AI started the boom when ChatGPT come out because everyone can use it. These days, in terms of AI products for retailer, I see that we currently have WorkCoin, for example, but I think that's not enough. I think we'll need more mass adoption capability. Yeah, that's my point of view.
When you say retailer, who do you mean by that? Just to clarify.
Like the normal users, most of the
Okay.
mainstream users.
Perfect.
Yep.
Thank you. David, do you want to put in your 5 cents on this as well?
Yeah, I can give some my perspective on the AI side of things. I've been working from in the AI industry since 2016. Not in the crypto side, but more onto the traditional industry. I was leading a startup working on autonomous drive. That was kind of like another hype before ChatGPT comes, because at that time everybody thinks autonomous drive or self-driving cars can eliminate the accidents on the road. But in the end, it comes to very complicated engineering process until the final products can actually achieve the goals for saving lives. So, but I mean, if you look at last summer when a lot of people started talking about investing AI in the blockchain areas, because of ChatGPT was so hard in 2023, and from definitely from the retailers or secondary market, everybody wants to invest a bit in the same area, because they do believe AI could improve the Web3 infrastructure. Or on the other way, Web3 infrastructure can also improve AI application to be mass adopted. So there are like two ways their combination together is which we see the situation right now, a lot of investment coming into this area. That's my personal view. And also for the crypto or the blockchain industry itself, blockchain is definitely a very useful and efficient tool to improve improve AI from both data side and the model side. So that is very crucial. Like you have better infrastructure, better economics for the people to use it. I think that's very natural to become very hot at this moment. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you, David, for that. So we are moving on to the next question here. So this is aimed at everyone, so I guess we'll do the same order of roundtable for the next question as well. So what we have seen is that there have already been several notable AI projects in the crypto space, but we also know that the blockchain technology isn't inherently about solving efficiency issues, while AI mostly has been used as a product that aims to liberate productive forces and enhancing efficiency for people. And from this viewpoint, do any of you see any contradiction between this? And what do you think are the potential scenarios for AI and blockchain integration, if you think about this? You want to go first, Rena, again, or?
I
yeah,
can
sure.
Yeah, and I can start. Sorry.
Yeah, so I don't think it's contradictory, but rather kind of symbiosis with each other, since crypto inherently kind of have use cases with incentivizing actions. And I think AI has compatibility with the decentralization ethos with open source AI. So, open source contributors having the option to run their own versions of things like language models. I know OpenAI or ChatGPT has been talked about, but this is kind of the other end of the spectrum for that, opening up availabilities and use cases to everyone. Also, I think like if there was a contradiction, we wouldn't be seeing so many novel AI projects looking to come into the Web3 crypto space. So like with that, you need folks. There's like working in the space, including there's a project Nectar AI, which is non-censored, multimodal, immersive companion project that combines both elements of decentralized AI in their application. So they're working with both decentralized infrastructure providers, but developing on-chain rewards and revenue. So I think at the end of the day, to me at least, AI is supposed to help us make better decisions more effectively and efficiently. So, that kind of has a lot of use cases already and compatibility in Web3.
Perfect. Thank you. David, you wanted to speak up as well? You want to go now?
Yeah, I can continue with the question because I think it's kind of related to the answer I have provided in the last question. So I don't think it's contradicted because both blockchain and AI for me is like tools, is technical tools. I mean, from blockchain side, it doesn't solve efficiency, but it's actually bring transparencies. The transparency and token as kind of like another tool for incentive for users to amend another part of the problems. Like this is also another tool. So tools and the tools, they can actually solve each other's problems in a better way, I would say. So it's not a contradiction for AI or blockchain. Is actually depends on how you use it. So I mean, this comes to a question: what kind of integration you did for making both of them useful in some scenarios first, and it comes to technologies, and is it efficient enough, and or is the users are prepared mentally or technologically and have been prepared. If they're the mass users has been prepared for the market, then definitely there will be a hype on this area. That is my judgment that like in the AI and blockchain conjunction areas, there will be a lot of different use cases we never thought about it before. And on privacy side, we working on one of the use cases, which is on biometric data. And probably a lot of people didn't thought about it before until WorldCon get into the space. But WorldCon, of course, has its own problem on compliance and some other issues, and we're trying to solve it. But definitely, this is a good area with WorldCoin solution. Is actually provides a new way for the user to use their ID system as a new ID system to use their ID in the internet. It can be Web 2.0, can be Web 3, or Web 2.5. It depends on the scenarios. So I think that's a good starting point for mass adoption. Yeah, I think that's all from my side.
Thank you. Let's head over to Will. You want to go?
Sure. I totally agree with Rena and David about actually AI and crypto are not contradictory, because we've been in crypto for so many years. We do believe blockchain and crypto has greatly improved efficiency as well. although that we are sometimes or for a long time treated as scammer by those traditional players, but we do believe that blockchain has improved a lot of efficiency than compared with traditional financial infrastructure, such as DeFi, various swaps in the market and lending protocols. They've done all the work of traditional stock markets and the work of centralized bank. All those DeFi's can do all the job with much lower cost and linear teams. So while talking about AI and crypto and blockchain integration, I think there are two main points. That's the most important thing, I think, in my opinion. The first one is ownership, and the second one is privacy. And blockchain can help confirm data and model ownership, which is quite obvious, while privacy protection, such as FHE and federal learning, to enable secure and decentralized AI model training on on-chain data. This is what I can think right now for this topic and question.
Thank you. Let's see what Sun has to say on K300.
Yes, I totally agree with David, Rina, and Simon as well. Just from my point of view, I think that blockchain and AI, they're like two sides of one coin, so they don't really need to like be in conflict with each other. And for example, if you see the case of like security, blockchain is known for like strong security features and transparency features as well. However, the integration of AI will bring like natural language processing (NLP), image recognition, and real-time data transformation as well, and that will increase the security layer of the blockchain product as well. This can be applied to any other smaller products, other smaller narrative. If you can see like in DeFi, for example, AI will have to increase like risk management to improve the loan when borrow of some DeFi products. And if you see in like ecosystem narrative, AI can help expand the growth of the smart contract as well, because currently the smart contract are quite in a simple form. But if you want to have like more complicated smart contract, AI will create more pattern for that, and to expand the growth of smart contracts to improve the ecosystem layer. Yeah, that's my point of view.
Thank you. What about you, Michael?
Yeah, I think I mostly agree with any. I think the three speakers already said a couple points I want to mention. But I think like I want to mention a couple more. I definitely think crypto can be a good supplementary to AI. I think in the future I will see more use cases for blockchain to be a good use cases, to be a good help for AI. One thing is because AI is going next this more getting more centralized and centralized, and I think AI as the next generation's core infra, it should not be controlled by just a few institutions like OpenAI, which can be called closed AI, right? So I think blockchain can really help AI being decentralized, being equally controlled by everyone's hands. And I think every country needs their sovereign AI. So otherwise, you may face the destiny of the culture lose, right? So every country may need their own country data sets. So you should be like equally for the whole citizen to participate. Maybe that would using the help of blockchain. Also, I think that there's another point like right now, if you pretty trust in scaling law, you should like say, okay, all closed AI should be like open closed source AI should be enough. But like for many use cases in like ethical situations, I think small models group to host in like users mobiles, users PC will be much more feasible and more mature and less risky. I think if it's feasible, like for small models to be locally hosted, I think like in the future, like many more person can easily use the some pretty good smaller data set models on their local equipments. So that will be welcoming a more decentralized and a more eco generation of AI. I think blockchain can really make these things happen. Yeah, that's my point. Yeah.
Thank you. So, I mean, I think that all of you have touched upon it, but it seems like there is very large potential. You all mentioned all these kind of different use cases where you can see this be adopted or utilized in a very efficient way. But what do you see as the largest technical challenge or hurdle or any other challenge about integrating AI and the blockchain? What is hindering the future adoption or larger build out of the kind of integration between the two, you think?
Yeah, I can start with that. I think from technology-wise, probably prepare a more mature infrastructure in this domain is quite crucial. And on top of it, there will be both data market and the model market for the application runners or the AI developers to fully utilize the decentralized benefits in blockchain ecosystem. I think that's the main infrastructure challenge at this moment, and also comes through compliance because blockchain fundamentally is decentralized decentralized network, and with it's a public network in a way, and so making compliance on the data side legitimacy is quite important. I think that's like for me it's like two big challenges we need to solve.
So in terms of compliance, do you also think that there should be some differences made or changes made into the policies of national governments, or what is your take?
Yeah, I mean the policy is just one part, and you can also use different technologies to solve the the compliance itself. Like you can you can use, for example, privacy computing or the hardware solution probably can also solve part of it, I think.
Interesting. So what do you think, Rena? What are the challenges here that we need to work on or mitigate?
I think it's more so market testing. I think a lot of the ideas or a lot of the AI projects we're seeing hasn't really gone through, market testing. Users are probably still hesitant, or users just don't fundamentally understand the capabilities of AI and how to utilize it. So one is kind of market testing, market penetration, and then just having that mass adoption from like retail or even just, so-called normies who can start being, more efficient and educated in the opportunities present.
Thank you. What about you, William?
Yes, I agree with Rina actually. Actually for now, all those AI projects are making some needs for the markets. Actually, they are not solving the problems on the market or meets the market needs. It's like I think the root of building AI projects is kind of wrong because they're focusing on what we have and what our capability is, and then build and deliver a product to the market and create some new needs for AI and blockchain, while they are not actually solving some real problems that we are facing. So this is, I think, the most challenges that we are facing right now.
Thank you. What about you, Michael?
Yeah, I think I pretty agree on Rena's point. I think right now, I think the major challenge right now is I think we have a lot of AI infras, AI middlewares, AI something, right? But there are not really many people using those infras, or there are not many real users for these AI projects. For me, so personally, I would suggest more funds to look into the application level of AI segments. But I think the challenge is right now is it's a bull market, so every user's attention is pretty short. How to really attract users' attention by using those AI technologies is a big question. I think currently right now most AI technology or some most this AI plus crypto projects are more focusing on the infra, because I think blockchain definitely has some use cases in helping the data verifiabilities, helping verify the data, authorities, coordinates of those large language models and incentive system, or even the groups, the large groups of managements. I think these are blockchain's advantage in this area, but still we are lacking a lot of users levels help. I want to definitely see more new stuff coming out on the application side. Yeah.
Thank you. And what about you, Son?
Yes. So I think the answer of the others are the same as my answer in the first question. Just want to add something more from my point of view. Beside the market needs, we will need to like create a seamless app. It's more like about user experience. So at the moment, to use any blockchain and AI product, we will have to like install a lot of things, not just like we download one app on App Store and then we can use it right away. So yeah, I think another problem is that we can create a seamless app for all the people to use it easily. Yeah, that's my point of view as well.
Interesting. So it sounds like all of you feel that we need some more widespread adoption of all the different applications that we actually can build right now with the help of both AI and blockchain technology. Really interesting. So I'm gonna move ahead with the next set of question. This is slightly more geared towards the investment firms. So when you make investment decisions in the field, have you utilized any AI products yet, or invested in anything? And in the current scenario where AI acts as a primary productive force, which becomes more important? Is it the judgment or information sourcing capability when investing? What about you, Son?
Yes. Okay. So in trading markets on exchanges, we do use tools as well for buying and selling decision. However, for early round investment, we don't directly use AI tools for investment decision. Instead, we have a partner company which specialize in AI and statistical data, and they can help us to verify the data that the startup provide. For example, the app that has over like 15,000 active users per day, for example, then we will need information about what these 15 people often do. Are they really active users who use the app or just log in daily for certain campaigns? And beside that, there are many other aspects that I don't think AI can do well at this moment yet. For example, when we talk about early round investment, one of the key aspects is the story of the founder, such as his previous portfolio, his network, who are currently behind the scene, etc. at this stage, it's more like we are investing in the people, not just investing in data or product. And AI at the moment cannot handle that. Yeah, that's my point of view.
Thank you. What about you, William?
Yeah. If you're a trader on the market, you can use AI to get some signals. Well, to be honest, as a venture VC, I don't use AI tools to assist with investment decisions, because we are VC. We are making such decisions at a very early stage with a limited public information, so that AI tools cannot help in this field, I think, because the information is quite limited. And we do have to do due diligence to the project, covering the product, technology, team background, go-to-market strategy, and etc. And well, AI tools can help you in these processes, but cannot make the decision. Well, personally, I use the AI a lot, like Cloud, ChatGPT, Midjourney, and Character AI even. But many used them for fun and develop ideas and brainstorms. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, interesting. So it's more like you try to utilize it to understand things better or work smarter.
Yes.
But ultimately, they can't really make the decision for you, as you say.
Yes.
Super nice. Thank you. What about you, Michael?
Yeah, I completely agree on your opinions. I don't think primary market investments involve too many AI side helps. Honestly speaking, most venture side informations are not that public. You cannot find many info on online. I think the only some use cases are you need to find some white papers, you need to read some articles. It's hard to really understand, so you need to use AI to help you summarize the details. But I don't think there are too many other use cases for AI. I think one project I think I want to mention is Kaito. I think they probably got some good data analysts. I think also 0x Scope is also good tool for the trading. But I don't think that's too helpful for the venture side investments. Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you. So it sounds like none of you think that we will have some AI investment kind of advisor in the near future, at least not from the VC side. Sounds like you all need your very good own judgment for that. So thank you all for that question. We'll move on here, and we'll talk a little more about the POH, proof of human, as that is kind of what privacy is doing right now. So David, why don't you quickly run us through the concept of POH? Because as I understood it, is the foundation here for the app of the Privacy AI network.
Yeah, sure thing. So proof of human is a concept. Start to pop up recently. In recent years, is part of the is part of a concept to to anti bots, and we say it's technology can test the human liveness and protect the digital presence, because a lot of AI impersonation is in the internet, and when, for example, when you talk to people in a live chat or in playing a game with someone, you don't know if on the other hand on the side the player is, or the one you talk to, is it a bot or AI. Then at this moment, you probably need a tool to make sure the one you're playing with or the one you talk to is human instead of bots. So proof of human is that kind of tool can make sure of that. or technology make sure of that. And for me, because people in the Web3 or in the current in the probably in Web2 too, like there are already KYC, right? And the KYC for me is more is a very strong it's a very strong checking method, and it involves your you providing your government issued ID associated with the KYC procedures, and that is too strong. And then proof of human is something between KYC and non KYC. It's actually provide another option for the current users to be more alive in the internet environment. That is the background of proof of human.
Thank you. So I think that's a great introduction to why we need it and what it is, of course. And the use of POH is becoming more widespread in the Web3 field, from what we can see. And we can also see that products that meet this application scenario through various paths. So what do you all think is the future trend for the niche track of POH? What are the essential elements needed to break through in this area? And as an earlier investor and collaborated with Privacy, how do you think that Privacy should capitalize on its strengths in the POH field? Rena, do you want to go first, or anyone else?
Yeah, sure. So I think
Thank you.
on that kind of the off-chain or Arbitrum side, especially how we can work with Privacy, is more so helping proof of human and then what you guys are building to get really integrated within the various dApps. I think that's a great path to get more adoption, kind of having this seamless experience from the user perspective of maybe dApps they interact with daily, to have this concept of proof of human integrated within. And then I think that's kind of a path to more market adoption, to have more users become aware of the benefits, and kind of what they can offer.
Perfect. Thank you. What do you think, Son?
Yes, from my point of view, I think with the increase of bot and AIs, proof of stake or proof of work are not enough anymore. So the POH will, of course, prevent civil attack or replace centralized KYC, just as David has mentioned earlier. So I see that Privacy is going to release an app, I'm Human app, which seems to be an achievement in this field because I haven't got a chance to experience the product itself, so I cannot make any comments right now. However, as an investor, what I'm looking forward is that other apps and some certain blockchain ecosystem will adapt the infrastructure that Privacy has created for the app.
Thank you. And what do you think, Will?
Well, I think first is scalability. With large number of on-chain activities right now, the basic I think the basic requirements for any useful POH solution will need to be able to handle a large volume of verification requests, and this is scalability, I think. The second one is privacy preservation. Privacy is always the core tenet of Web3, and all the POH solutions should be designed with privacy preserving mechanisms, ensuring that all the user data and identities are well protected during the verification process. And the last one may be interoperability. And I think all the best POH solutions need to be interoperable across different chains and protocols. And thus, a standard or modular POH solution is what the market needs, I think. That's all.
Thank you. And what about you, Michael?
Yeah, I think most points have been mentioned. I just gonna mention on the scalability stuff. I think from I heard the whole FHE late chain will maybe reach the TPS at 25 in 2025. So you 2 years, I think maybe the TPS should be still lower than 30. I think that's a major issue for a large scale um, application to involve those authentication transaction, those stuff. I think that's a really important issue for the FHE projects to solve. Yeah.
Thank you. What about you, David?
Yeah, I mean, definitely proof of human is one angle we see from the product team here in privacy. Is actually we see a lot of potential use cases in both Web 2 and Web 3, which is we probably will show you at the end of the month, because we're going to release the app soon in both iOS Store and Google Play Store, and anybody can test it. So basically, we see three main areas. One is anti-CB, which is targeted to the users. Anti-CB is very important in the actually in the Web3 community engagement area, like for a lot of projects when they want to either do incentive airdrops or other part of engagement on their own applications. They want to remove the boots in their groups, and proof of human is one way, which is quite important tools actually. The second areas is we see that there's a lot of on-chain services, and that requires a user to be present as a human, or at least you need to prove it you are part of the game. So that's on-chain services, which is crucial. For example, like options or the futures you do for trading, and that probably some also requires you to be there. And third areas is not for human. It's actually for human, but it's not for human self. It's actually for machines. For example, if we see in the current deeping track, so many deeping networks are onboarding nodes with the acceleration machines, the node settings, with node settings. So the node setting requires the hardware itself behind needs to be KYC, or kind of like decentralized KYC into the network before they can use it, because it's kind of complies requirements. And this can be also an option for proof of human be used for deeping hardware onboarding. That is another area we recently found out is could be connected with our POH solutions. Then it's combining with the decentralized ID, then it can solve this compliance issue together with those tipping projects. Yeah. Comes to the privacy, our proof of human app is quite different from other proof of human or KYC procedures, because we have no privacy penetration on the users. We don't collect any biometric data from any users. So, for example, compared to WorldCoin, we don't collect your iris data. We only do the comparison in our decentralized node, and that is our key selling features. And because since we don't collect biometric data, there's no compliance issue. And this proof of human can be also eventually used for traditional market, like for example in Europe, since we have very strict privacy laws here, like GDPR, and this, for example, this Face ID can be used in a lot of places, like in the common areas. For example, in the airport or the train station, or even the traditional payments using Face. That is not allowed in public areas. But if we can make sure FHE can be used for identify the face feature without penetration of the private user privacy, then we can probably apply this technology into larger areas in our normal life. So we see a lot of potential. That's why we started working on this for like 2 years ago, trying to generate patents, IPs, and our solutions on it. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Very nice to hear, David. So it seems like this can both be a layer in other technologies and throughout the society, but it can also be used as the independent app as it's built as right now, I suppose.
Definitely. Yeah.
Very interesting. So, moving on to the very last question here, to you, David. So, what do you think? I mean, the privacy team started exploring the commercial feasibility of FHG a while ago, as you said. And what kind of opportunity enabled the team to capture the market's leading narrative back then, to really pioneer these kind of application products and to rapidly secure 2 rounds of funding in a relatively short time frame? I mean, it's challenging. It's always challenging to raise capital. Why do you think that you succeeded back then and now as well?
Yeah. Thank you for asking this, because we do want to let our audience to know why we want the reason we choose this area to focus, and to be honest, FHE to be commercialized is not easy. I mean, even for much larger company, it's not that easy too. Um, uh, like probably a lot of people know. I mentioned, realized, for example, Michael just mentioned FHE is not as a technology itself. It's not so efficient enough yet for being mass adopted in a lot of areas. But as a startup, one thing when you started with business, you really need to think about what is the possible mass adopted point for the business conduction, and that is something in the first 1.5 year, we didn't directly go into the commercial area. We actually start to generate the IPs first, which is we think there probably some areas we can start with doing research on, and that is we just like use our common sense to work on the technologies first. That's not easy, because then you start to burn your own money on a technology you don't know how to use it yet. But when the opportunity comes, like when you know more about your market, you basically understand the limit, how this technology can be applied to the current market. For example, I think it's from a year ago. When I was in Paris, I met in I think it's one event called ETHCC in Paris. I met the team. Actually, met a few other people too from WorldCoin. In the meeting, I challenged them, how you gonna protect users on your site? Like, you collect so millions of people iris data, and according to your white paper, there's no protection yet, because they claim they're gonna hash the data, but they haven't done it yet. So, if the database had been hacked, there probably will be a huge problem. And if you look at recent news, WorldCoin got fined in a lot of areas and been banned in Hong Kong and some other in Italy also, a lot of places. And they do have a compliance issues when it comes to ID formulation with biometrics, and we know there is a limit on this. So we start with so we started building FH machine learning since a year ago, and we know the calculation efficiency limitation is probably works fine on, for example, fingerprints or the face feature vectors, or even on like some voice messages. And this part of this all biometrics data, if we can solve FHE calculation on it within 1 second limit, then we can push this app for the commercialize. And that is the starting point. We thought POH app can be used for distinguish the AI and human, and we thought the deeping track also need this computation resources from both software and hardware perspective. And yeah, then we started working on this, and we have a great tech team. We have our privacy AI lab in HUST and in some other top university in China, and we have at least 5 PhDs working on this to formulate IPs and the papers, and we will do a lot of do even more things on this in the next couple of years. For example, we're gonna uh, do benchmarking for all FH acceleration hardwares, and we will announce this soon to cooperate with few other ASIC teams in US, and we will try to building this FH acceleration mining machine soon. And so we know one way we know the limit, another way we push the boundary for accelerating FHE machine learning. And yeah, I think a lot of VCs kind of understand this is a chance. It could be, if FHE can be commercialized, it could be the end game for the cryptographic, one of the cryptographic area, and it's probably even bigger than ZK, or at least the next ZK, if we can accelerate it in a lot of scenarios. I think that's this whole story. Thank you so much.
Very interesting. So after all, this is an AMA, so I thought that it's would be time to bring in some questions as well. So we have received one here in the chat as well, that goes, what is the next community development trend, and are there any benefits of joining the public testnet at this stage? I guess it's geared towards you, David.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So basically, right now, we are evolving from testnet v1 to testnet v2, and the testnet v1 we already the version 1. I mean, the version 1 already supports a few machine learning models on FHE by applying our FHE machine learning pipelines. So you can test it out on our network, and that is currently is for education and testing purpose. And the V2, we're gonna release a few other tools on it. For example, the using FHE to do data analysis and plot those data in a secret way. And basically, you can share the data analysis result inside the network by case matching features and other new features we provide. And for the users can, if you are AI developers, you can contact us directly, and we can help you to deploy your AI models into our network for free. At this moment, we can help you to test it, and eventually, if someone wants to use your model, you can probably find a way to monetize it. But at this moment, we don't want to be a model market, but we can help you to achieve that by connecting with some other data market. So there's a lot of ways we can help the users to test it out on testnet and also eventually the mainnet. Comes to the mining, if you want to be the validators or service or the service provider, you can also register interest in our website, and we will help you to onboard later when the node sales has been finished for the mainnet. So a lot of things we can going, very exciting.
Nice. Thank you. So I thought we can also try to bring up some people on stage if they have any questions, I suppose. If you want to ask them directly to any of the participants here or to you directly, David. So if you have any question that you want to ask any of these people, anyone who's listening here, you can just request to speak. We'll bring you up. Here we go. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Abdullahi Bagana from Nigeria. How are you doing?
Very good. How about you?
Yeah.
Do you have any question?
Yeah, I have some questions. Yeah, I want to know some use cases about that project. I want to know some use cases and utilities of that project. That is because I joined late.
I think we already have touched upon a few use cases, but David, do you want to bring up some?
Yeah. I mean, we've been since start we've been talking about the perfect human application, and that's probably the main topic of today's AMA. But we do have a few other applications. For example, you can use our network, DP network, to do FHE machine learning on data analysis, and you can use it for the secret computation sharing, and can use it for medical data or even automotive data. There's a lot of other use cases too on the Web3 domain. Like you can use it for DeFi project to protect some of the DeFi FHE, using FHE to protect some of the DeFi transaction and make smart contract on chain also. That part of like online on chain votings or AMM. A lot of use cases we can bring later on both on chain and on off chains.
Okay, if I get you right,
Thank
you
you.
mean that this project is dealing about privacy on Web3.
Yes.
Web3 privacy.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sure.
So we have Kuching Belang here as well. I'll approve that. See whenever it gets on. Kuching, are you with us? Hope I got it right. The name. Let's see.
Oh, sorry. Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello? Yes.
Yeah.
Is there any information about when will this token be launched?
Yeah, the token launch will plan this year, but we don't know exactly the date yet. I think currently we will focus on building the products and user bases, and listing probably a smooth thing after that. So yeah, let's just wait, be patient, and we will release more information on that part later.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So anyone else? We have Immortal here. Let's see if I approve here. So Immortal, you're on stage.
Yeah, hi. Hi, everyone. My question is
Yes, we can hear
to
you.
David. So, yes. Hi. How you guys come up with this model like FHE, a product like this?
Can you say it again? Sorry, I didn't hear you very clearly in the first part.
So where you got the idea or the mindset or the source of a PHE, like the product which you are developing in the past 2 years, right? So where you got the idea, or how you build it, and what was the cycle or how you came up with the idea?
Yeah, like I explained in one of the question. So firstly, we've been working on this technology, so we definitely knows the boundary of the application limits. And it comes to since we've been working on both our, I mean, the team, privacy team members have been working in both AI and the blockchain industry for years, so we do realize there are a lot of use scenarios we can apply this technology to, and to solve some of the problems, solve some very I would say problems of the real needs of the current crypto users or the Web3 users. Yeah, so it comes from our nature, I would say. And when you have all the information in your hand, and the hardest part is how you're gonna gather that part of the information before you make a decision, because like I mentioned, benchmarking is not that easy, and understanding the market is not easy too. So everything comes to building this application is data driven. It's data driven. So we know the technology limits, and we also know the user basis. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's see here. Doesn't seem like we have any other requests to speak right now, so I thought that we perhaps should wrap this up. What do you think, David?
Yeah, perfect. I think today is quite successful for our first AMA here, and thank you, Simon, for your host. Very nice hosting.
No problem at all. And I would also like to thank both Son, Michael, Will, and Renna, of course, for joining in and sharing their opinions, insights, knowledge with all of us on the subjects we have discussed here. Real nice to have you all here.
Yeah, thank you so much for all the guests.
Yeah, and of course, thank you to all the guests. I don't know if you all are aware, but we'll host another 3 sessions this week as well. So tomorrow it's 2 hours earlier than it was today. And then on Wednesday, it's this time of the day again. Then I think it's the same time as the day on Thursday as well, right, David?
Yeah, exactly.
So please join
and we
in.
will invite more. Yeah, we will invite more project leaders and KOLs and VCs to join us later. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for joining, and have a wonderful evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. It's difficult with the time zones here. Thank you.
So thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I guess.